Hi again, guys. This is the next video in the colour supplement kind of series. I'm going to give you a brief kind of introduction of how to use them. I've got a little mirror set up, so if I kind of keep looking this way and you can't see my face, then it's because I'm actually trying to see what I'm doing myself, and I can kind of see myself here, but it isn't good enough to show you the supplements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the 3 different ways you can use them, and they are as a concealer, like as a cover-up, just to dot on. You can use them neat as a foundation, and you can also use them as a tinted moisturiser if you mix them with your own moisturiser, which is a really kind of fantastic way, and so it means you can control like the coverage. So you can have it if you're having a really bad kind of spotty day, you can have it a bit heavier, and if your skin's quite nice one day, you can have like just, you know, normal kind of just glow. It's a really nice skin pick-me-up as well, because it just kind of just evens everything out and brightens it all up. And so you can feel really confident about it, and the ingredients are really nice. I went over them into the introduction, and so kind of like using them will actually help improve your skin as well. So it's kind of makeup that's good for you, which is there's not a lot of that about, which is quite sad, but at least LUSH has one now. Yay! So I'm going to use the light yellow, which is my colour. In the last video, that's the one that kind of sunk in colour wise and kind of blended with my own skin. I'm quite pale, but I have a yellow base. I don't know whether you can really see that if I get really close, but I do. Take my word for it. I don't really get rosy cheeks or anything like that. I do get a little bit spots, but that's the only kind of redness that I'd need to cancel out. So this is my own one, and what I'd do is, if I was going to use it as a concealer, I'd probably put that on after I use it neat. So obviously I've prepped my skin. I'm going to grab some vanishing cream. I've used some Angels on Bare Skin, and I've used some Breath of Fresh Air toner as well. I haven't moisturised yet, but I am going to moisturise just the one side of my face with, I've got a little sample pot of vanishing cream for the purpose of this kind of... Ooh. They might still have some of those left. This is left over from the Head, Shoulders, Knees and Toes kit. But if not, you can go into your local LUSH and they can give you a sample of a moisturiser of your choice. They can give you a nice little consultation to show you what would probably be best for your skin type. Most of you will probably use one already, so you'll know. Vanishing cream is a really light one. I find it works very well with the actual supplements themselves if you have oily skin like me, or if you just want something just quite light during the day. And now summer's coming up, so our skin's probably going to get a little bit more oily, and we're going to need something a bit lighter. So I've put that on one side of my face. I'm not mad, I'm doing 2 different things to my face. That's not how you moisturise, you know. But this side is going to be just pure. And forgive me, because this is reversing my face, so I don't know which side I'm going to go to first. So I'm going to get some. I'm going to pop it on the back of my hand. Neat like that. And I'm going to take a brush, like a latex pad. I really like using these. You don't have to. You can use your fingers, so don't take my word as like gospel of what you have to use. You can also use like a foundation brush. I'm not going to use mine, but here it is. They look like this. I don't know if you've probably all seen foundation brushes. I'm lucky enough to have a B one. But they're not around anymore, and it's really sad. So you take your little latex brush, you dip it in, and it's this side. So you just kind of, I pat it all over before I rub it in. This way it kind of helps you get it everywhere that you want it before you rub it in. And again, I'm only doing one side of my face. I'm not crazy. I'm doing 2 different things. I need a little bit more. If you have drier skin as well, you can lay this up a little bit if your skin can handle it. When I'm using this as a foundation, I just put it on as a pure thing underneath moisturiser. And what you do is you just kind of rub that in. Really nice strokes, kind of even it out on the skin. You have to go down your jaw. That way, if you kind of need to soothe it into your neck. That way you won't have like a line of colour. You see so many people with just a line of their foundation, and it looks really strange. But make sure to get it a little bit lower as well. So literally just putting it on, doesn't take very long. Smoothing it down. I'm sorry that the quality isn't very good. It's not my webcam, it's actually the program that I'm using to kind of vlog this. But hopefully I'll get some better software soon, so like my next videos will be a bit better quality. But right, I've put it on that side. I don't know if you can see the difference. It kind of looks a lot more even. This is the non side. This is the done side. And if you want to use it as a cover up, you can just take a little bit. With this, because generally the ingredients of foundations and concealers are a little bit different, you can put concealer like underneath usually, but I like to put this one on top because you kind of just blend it on top of the colour that you've already built. So you just kind of dot it on any kind of spotty areas. And just kind of pat it in really lightly in circles so that you're spreading the colour gently, but you're still you still focused it on the area that you want to cover. And that way it doesn't look out of place. It doesn't look like you've got just a huge white mark on your face. And you can put a little bit under your eyes as well. Not a huge amount, but a lot. That didn't make sense. Not a huge amount, but a little. If you're a bit hungover, or you're really tired, or you've had a really long day the night before, or you just want to kind of perk yourself up, these are really good because they're actually helping your skin at the same time. They don't have SPFs in them because we didn't really want them. We didn't want you to we wanted you to be able to wear them all year round and not just like in the summer, and also like of an evening when there is no sun. So basically, SPFs are the lesser of two evils. We don't like using them, but we do because they're better than getting things like skin cancer. But they are very, very strong ingredients, and they're ones you wouldn't go to sleep in and things like that, so you wouldn't go out partying in an SPF, really, unless it's a beach party. So there we go, that's one side just purely done. I don't know how well you can see this, I'm kind of going out of the webcam view. And again, it's reversed, so I really can't see which way I'm going to go next. And you can see it's kind of blended in. And that's how you do that one. I'm quickly going to show you, because I've only got 2 minutes left, how to do it as a tinted moisturiser. With that one, you would take some moisturiser, pop it on the back of your hand, mix in a little bit of the supplement, and just mix it on the back of your hand, like I'm doing here. You can make it as heavy or as light as you want. You can add a tiny bit of colour, or you can add quite a lot of colour. I like to do this one with my fingers, and I just kind of dab it all over, and then massage that in, because I massage my moisturiser in normally with my fingers anyway. And you just dab it all over. And this creates like a light glow. So you have a hint of colour, it makes your skin look really nice, vibrant and healthy, but it doesn't take away any of the pigment. And there you go, and that's that side. So it still looks quite light, it's still even, it still goes with the tone of my skin, but it's not as heavy. You can still see a couple of little marks, you know, whereas this side is a lot heavier, even though both of them feel really nice and none of them are oily. But yeah, so that's the tutorial. I hope that really helped. It's kind of sorry it's a bit short, but I can only do 10-minute videos. But I've covered all the different ways of using them. You can, if you want, just to say last minute, you can put like a powder on top if you're really worried about getting a shine. But you don't have to. I don't. I do sometimes. I don't when it's a tinted moisturiser. So anyway, guys, comments, questions, leave them here, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.